Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo, and we're back with another one regarding Stefan Twitch boss. Yeah, that's right. We're back to continue our discussion that we had earlier today. We're going to review a lot of video footage and some new details about the situation on what happened and kind of make sense of all of these different issues, because that's what we want to do. So as you join into the show, when the notifications and everything go on out there, be sure to click the like button. That way more people can come to the stream and we can have this talk. So if you've been following the streams from this morning, we tried to make sense of a lot of details that Stefan Twitch boss was allegedly murdered. We talked about his lifestyle. A lot of people are trying to focus on the wife, and they're trying to focus on Ellen. And it's a little too early to cast blame. What we have to focus on is the details. And once you start putting the details together, then you'll begin to notice other things that come out. You understand? It's interesting, but his passing is not normal. And there's a lot of red flags over it. How everybody doing in the chat? Appreciate everybody stopping by. So we're gonna get into this footage, and we're gonna kind of break down this stuff. Again, we're not here to waste your time. We get right down to the nitty gritty, and that's what we're gonna do. So without further ado, we're gonna take a look at some footage that we need to discuss, and we're going to kind of break it down and check out pretty much the last videos, final moments of this brother's life on what he have online, to kind of understand his mindset, where he's at, and so on and so forth. Because again, on social media right now, they're painting this brother as if though he had some sort of mental problems. They're painting him as if though he was just stressed out, depressed, and he went out there to delete himself. And with all my years doing work on social media and seeing various things in life, I can tell when someone is the type that would do such a thing. And based on my ability to read people, this guy is not one of those. This guy was clearly murdered and is being swept under the rug. Eventually, the truth is going to come out. All parties that are guilty will pretty much do what they need to do. They're going to eventually come on out and expose themselves. So let's take a look at this footage so we could kind of get an understanding of what's going on with this brother. Let's take a look at these clips.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Allison and I had a great trip. Allison Maddox and I actually had a great trip to Alabama. He's recovered.
Now, notice what he just said. He said that his wife and him basically had a great trip. He pointed the camera to the baby, which I blurred out of respect because I don't play around with people's children. And he basically said that they had a great time. They went out. They had a great trip. Great time, right?
But look, this week I implore everybody that is watching this video to enjoy your life.
Interesting.
Enjoy it for exactly what it is. Try your best not to compare your life to what you see on your Instagram timeline. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. You know what I mean?
Now notice he's telling you to enjoy your life. That's what he's telling you to do. He's telling you to enjoy your life. A man that has a family. He has his whole life ahead of him. He's telling you to enjoy your life. So why would he delete his life? Do you understand? Okay, let's get back to the tapes.
Scrolling and you see something and you're just like, man, I really got to do something with my life. Don't do that. Enjoy your life.
Now notice what he's saying, brothers and sisters. Notice what he's saying. Don't compare your life to other people's lives. He's saying when you scroll down your timeline and you see someone else successful, or you see someone else just bought a new house or a new car, or they're just doing something, don't compare your life to theirs. Just enjoy your life. You understand? Let's rewind this back.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Allison and I had a great trip. Allison Maddox and I actually had a great trip to Alabama. He's recovering. But look, this week I implore everybody that is watching this video to enjoy your life. Enjoy it for exactly what it is. Try your best not to compare your life to what you see on your Instagram timeline. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. You know what I mean? You know, when you're scrolling and you see something and you're just like, man, I really got to do something with my life. Don't do that. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. Don't compare yourself to another person's life, because that's basically what he's trying to encourage you not to do, is to look at someone else and feel like because they're doing something with themselves, well, I need to do something with my life because look at them. No, you should never do that. You should just enjoy your life for what it is.
And use your timeline as a celebration and nothing else. Not a source of pain, because life is beautiful. Always remember that.
Notice he said life is beautiful. Always remember that. Again, I only deal with facts. You must understand something, ladies and gentlemen. When I do my content, I don't just waste time. I focus on the receipts, and we got to look at the lifestyle of the individual so that we can find out his heart to see if he's capable of taking his own life. This man is encouraging others to enjoy their life because he said life is good. So why would he want to end a good thing? That doesn't make any sense.
And try to remember that through the week. All right? Peace, love, let love lead. Peace. Maddox, say peace. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to take a second and let you know how much of a difference your thumbs can make right at this moment, right now. If you click the link in my bio right now, you can sign a petition to bring Breonna Taylor's murderers to justice, because they have not been brought to justice yet, and we still need to have our voices continue to be heard and our presence be felt. So please, if you have not signed a petition to bring Breonna Taylor's murderers to justice.
Now notice this. He wants people to sign a petition to bring justice to Breonna Taylor. Notice that. Are you paying attention? Or are you distracted by other things? He wanted to bring justice to Breonna Taylor. Does that sound like the kind of guy that want to delete himself, or the kind of guy that's an activist, somebody that wants to bring justice to the people? So we started off with the first video where he talked about how him and his family was on vacation. They had a trip and, they had a great time. He talked about that. You see, he had the baby on the side, being a good father, just doing what he got to do. And then he talked about right here concerning Breonna Taylor about people signing a petition to bring justice to her. So why would a man that's enjoying life telling you to enjoy your life and not to compare yourself to other people, why would he do all of that and only to delete his own life? Doesn't make any sense when you really think about it.
The link is in my bio.
Wow.
It literally takes maybe a minute and some change.
Notice he's telling you it only take a minute and change just to go and just do what you got to do to sign the petition.
You've already signed. Tell some friends. Let's make this thing happen.
Let's make this thing happen. Does that sound like a guy that want to check out? No, it don't. That sound like a guy that was on a mission to fight for justice. That's what he was fighting for.
Evil is not sleeping, y'all. So we can't either.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm partnering with Truist today to highlight how care has the power to change lives. Now, I've seen the power of care in my own life through the incredible relationship I have with my mom. You know, my mom always let me know that there isn't anything I couldn't do, besides coming home after curfew. Sorry, Mom. But when it came to dancing, I feel like I started a lot later than a lot of people do, so I always felt like I was playing a game of catch up. So my mom got me my first video camera so I could actually watch myself practice and critique myself and get better. And the way that she took notice of how serious I was about getting better and how dedicated I was to dance, it just made it the perfect gift. And as a matter of fact, that care that went into giving that gift made the tWitch that you know today.
Wow. His mom was there for him, bought him his first camera, gave him the tools needed to do his job, the thing that he loved, to dance. And that is what made the tWitch that you know today. Shout out to Mom. You see that? Now, with just the testimony of this brother and the videos that he posts online, it's very evident and clear that this brother had a lot of life to live. It sounds to me he had a lot of love, a lot of respect for family. This is what he was focused on. He wasn't focused on death. He wasn't focused on deleting himself. He was focused on life because his mom taught him how to love. His mom instilled values in him. And these values that he had in him, he expressed that towards his wife and his children.
And everywhere that I dance and try to spread smiles and spread joy is a byproduct of that care.
Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? A byproduct of the care that his mom gave him, the love. He cherished that. And he decided, the love that my mom instilled in me, I'm going to go out there in the world and I'm going to make a difference. And that's what his life was about. Now, of course, he was in the industry, and we know the industry is toxic. We know the industry, you got to make choices. We know in the industry, there are contracts, there's a lot of darkness. But I want to focus on the character of the man. I don't want to be too quick to jump to judgment, to blame. I want to focus on the individual and what he represents so that we can focus on, would he do this to himself, knowing that he got 3 kids and a wife? You understand? We got to pay attention to the facts. That's all I'm focused on. I'm not focused on nothing else. Let's go.
So I love you, Mom. Thank you.
He loved his mom. He thanked his mom. That's not the type of guy that's trying to check out to cause mom to cry.
And y'all, the world needs more stories to inspire care. So make sure you share your story by using #TimeForCare.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? A couple people kind of trickle in right now. How's everybody doing? All things considering, obviously. Sorry, this is not straight at all, but we'll have to deal with that. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Obviously, during this incredibly challenging time, like, I think information and conversation is.
Let me see. Old wise, if you feel that way, why are you here? You're not making any sense. We don't got time to entertain trolls. If you feel the way you feel, why are you watching my stream? It makes no logical sense for you to be here.
It's currency, man. So what I'd like to do is bring in somebody that's been heavy in the activist space, in the space of activism.
Now notice this, ladies and gentlemen, activism. You need to pay attention because unlike old wise, he's not wise. This man was focused on activism. This man was outspoken about different issues. And one thing you must understand about the powers that be is they don't like when men, primarily black men, are outspoken and they're in the industry. We see what happened to Kanye West. We see what happened to Kyrie just for making a critical judgment about something, just for sharing their thoughts and opinions. They're not allowed to do that as black men. You see, as black men, when you have money and power and success, you're not allowed to have an opinion that can influence the masses of people. You're not allowed to do that. That's why they came after Kanye, they came after Kyrie, gave them a spanking publicly, took away deals and clothing deals and deleted contracts. Why? To show those men that we have the power to take you out. So it's sort of like a wake-up call of, you better stop or we're gonna end your life. That's literally what they told Kanye. That's literally what they told Kyrie. Keep your mouth shut, go bow the knee, apologize, make a couple of donations, and we'll figure it out from there. As black men, when you are in the industry and you're connected to contracts and other high-profile people, they don't like when you're outspoken, especially when you have a social media platform and you're very influential and you have the potential to influence young people. So what they're going to do is they're going to delete you. If they can't destroy your life and your reputation with some sort of slander or some sort of sensationalized story, then they're going to make you out to be a guy that had mental problems. Yeah, they're going to say you were in a hotel room and you deleted yourself. That's what they're going to say. Even though your entire lifestyle speak otherwise, even though it's very clear you have children and a wife and it's the holiday season, you're going to delete yourself. Really. It makes so much sense, right?
Incredible dancer, incredible dude. To just have some open dialogue.
Now keep in mind, this particular clip right here was about an hour long, but I didn't post the whole clip. I'm just posting the fact that this guy talked to other people that are activists and he was focused on real issues that affect people. And he used his platform to pretty much discuss these things. And there's a lot of people that probably didn't like what he had to say. And there may have been other hidden things that went down that we just don't know about. But eventually the truth always finds its way out.
On ways that we can help, things that are going on. So I gotta...
Notice he said on ways we can help on things that are going on. Does that sound like a guy that want to delete himself? No, it sounds like a guy that want to help society. Don't let them paint the narrative. Don't let them paint the narrative that this guy is mentally insane, because you're going to have a lot of people that are just going to go around cashing in on the idea that this man just deleted himself because he's crazy, because those people are heartless and they don't care. They really don't. Until their body is somewhere and now somebody's making a video about them. Because this is very, very serious. When you're in the industry and you are outspoken, or you have some sort of platform and you're making impact, or if you were about to release information regarding a serious topic, they come for you. Especially if they tap in your phone, wiretapping, all sorts of other things, and they can pinpoint what you're up to. They'll set you up for that blood sacrifice.
Jade, if you're in here, bro, please send me a request, because I can't see your thing. It's my dude Jade Zuberry is his name.
He just shouted out his buddy, and again, they had a long discussion for about 1 hour talking about different things that I'm not going to cover right now. I may do a whole video about it, but I didn't want to be distracted by other issues, because it'll extend the stream to probably 4 hours if I had to break down a whole video like that.
I'll just give a couple minutes. I'll vamp for a second. But y'all, this is listen. I don't have the perfect words to say about this at all.
If you would like to know when his wife realized he left the house, you should have watched both of my last streams. If you would like to know. You know, a lot of times we ask questions that have been answered already. She's already talked about those things. She made it very clear that he left the house without saying nothing. She also talked about how he never responded to her phone calls. I'm seeing people all over social media saying, you know, she didn't even try to call him. She didn't even try to do nothing. The woman made it very clear publicly that she tried calling him. He just didn't answer the phone, which means somebody may have already had his phone, or there's a possibility he was already deleted already. You understand? So we covered all the questions. You need to watch the streams. Watch the streams. Go back to the previous streams. We covered all kinds of information. Seriously.
You know, I feel like we've been speaking for a while, trying to find the perfect words to say to, you know, prove that our lives mean something.
Notice he said he's trying to find the right kind of words to prove that our lives mean something. So why would he delete himself?
But you know, there's I do see that there's like a huge support from allies of various colors and backgrounds and things like that. Yeah, and that also too, I wanted to address that too. Somebody just wrote, you know, there are not the right words. You just speak from the heart, and you're right. But you know, when doing that, I think sometimes on social media, you know, people get really offended if you don't say the right thing, and obviously because everybody's, you know, really tense and sensitive. But I think we just sometimes got to be a little more patient with each other. Yeah, I just wanted to say something real quick, man. I posted something yesterday about...
I don't think no one in the chat is making any sense here. Let me make sense to this. I don't think people are paying attention to what's going on. If I'm in my house and for whatever reason, a family member, a relative, whatever, went out and they didn't respond or whatever the case is, I cannot just go and start tracking phones down and doing all this weird stuff. Nobody does stuff like that. That's like, it doesn't make any sense. A person have to be missing first. This is what we covered in all the previous streams. The wife went down to the police station to pretty much report all these different issues. It's like everybody wants to jump to the conclusion. And we have to learn how to put puzzles together. You just can't just, okay, the wife and, well, why did she do this and why she didn't do that? Are you in her shoes? Do you know what that feels like when a loved one is missing? I'm sure you don't. A lot of things that you think people should be doing, if you're not in their shoes, you wouldn't understand. Let me tell you something, fam. I remember the time when my third daughter had a seizure. The scariest thing that ever happened. The scariest thing I ever seen. And when I tell you, I was afraid that I was going to lose my daughter. I didn't know what to do. Do you understand me? When you go through things in life, it's easy to say things from the sidelines on what people need to do. But when people are panicking and their child can't breathe, or their child is suffering, or their loved one is missing, you don't know what that's like. Do you understand me? It's very scary. You understand? And you start to panic. And a lot of people don't understand that his wife is dealing with a lot. We're talking about the fact that he left. He wasn't responding to phone calls. She got kids that she got to take care of. She's under mental pressure. She's looking for answers. And then on top of that, guess what? To add insult to injury, everybody on social media is blaming her now. This is crazy. I'm telling you. I don't understand this. Again, the truth is going to come out little by little. If the wife had some sort of involvement in anything, eventually that will come out. But as of right now, wrong time. There's a time and a place for everything, ladies and gentlemen. There's a time and a place for everything. Everything will come out in due time. It always does. But right now, what we got to focus on is this. Proving that this man is not capable of taking his own life. You understand? He was murdered. You understand? The wife was home. She had other things that she was doing. People are saying that her stories are not making sense. Again, until you walk in those shoes, you'll figure it out. Some people even pointed out her checkered so-called jacket. They're saying, oh, that's the Illuminati. There you go. Checkered jacket. Look, that's it. That's the clue. You know, again, everything will come out as soon as it reaches its peak. But I think that to just jump to conclusions is not cool. If that's the case, now check this out. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody is right now trying to focus on blaming the wife, right? But yet, when I focus on the fact that Quavo is to blame for Takeoff's death, people ready to crucify me. You see how that works? You see how that works? Do you see how that works? I focused on the fact that Quavo brought Takeoff to the party, right? And people keep telling me there's no way that his family member would line him up. But when it comes to this guy, all of a sudden now everybody is ready to throw the wife under the bus. You see how that works? Now, I'm trying to figure this out. Are people just saying this because she's white? Is that what this is? Is this a white-black thing? Because I want to know, if she was a black woman, would everybody be saying that his wife set him up? I don't think so. We got to stop this. We got to really stop this madness. Again, truth is what needs to be shared. Facts is what needs to be shared. Because if that's the case, then if you were to die today, that means that your wife killed you. Matter of fact, let me take it a step further. Now check this out, and no disrespect to Alan Roger Curry's family, but I have to use them as an example. And condolences to his wife, children, and so forth. Because I want to prove to you that a lot of you are being insensitive. The late Alan Roger Curry passed away recently. Are we to say his wife did it? Are we to say that his wife killed him? I mean, she's a black woman, right? Are we to say that she had a plot and a ulterior motive? She wanted to take his money. She wanted to get the insurance. Are we to say that? So why are you so quick to judge this woman because she's white? No. Don't give me nothing about depend on no situation. Let's stop being hypocritical here. The late Alan Roger Curry recently passed away, a content creator, author, and he had a family. Are we to say that because he passed away, his wife did it? If that's the case, then y'all crazy. Pretty much, you're just looking for a boogeyman. That means that any man that dies, his wife killed him. That means if any woman dies, oh yeah, her husband killed her. What kind of world we live in? You don't got no facts, you don't got no motive, you don't got anything, but you just run to the judgment. But yet, when I talked about Quavo and hold him accountable for not even speaking about his nephew, people ready to crucify me. And up to now, Quavo have not even came into the public light to even talk about his nephew yet. But yet this woman, the wife of Stefan, she came out in the public and clearly made things known regarding the situation. We talked about that in the last stream. Do you understand me? So which one is it? Do we blame the woman when she's white? Is that how this thing works? I mean, do we need to take a poll? Do we need to get a group of white folks and ask them what are their thoughts, and then take a poll on black folks and ask what they think? Because I think that there's just a lot of hate at this point. I think people are not showing any sort of respect. This man had children with this woman now. He had children with this woman. You know what I mean? Just because she's white and he's black, a lot of you got to get out of your damn feelings. Seriously. These children are now going to be raised without no father. You understand? Why would the mom just want to delete her husband? And how is she capable to pull that off? Motive. You understand? All of those things will figure itself out as time go on. It's interesting how, like I said, when I talk about Quavo and Offset, people want to cry and start crying and screaming, telling me leave them alone. But when I put out all the clues and all the details, you still can't see that he was lined up. But you don't want to consider those things. But in this particular case, you're quick to say, oh yeah, the wife. Yeah, she didn't do this and she didn't do that. Yup. She was trying to get the insurance. First of all, this man was worth about, I believe his net worth was about $5 million, about $3 to $5 million. Do you understand me? About $3 to $5 million. I don't know how accurate that is. My point is, he wasn't broke. You understand? They didn't have no issues or arguments or fights. She made that very clear in the public statement that they didn't have no arguments or no fights.
The Jacob Blake incident that happened, seen the video, read things all about it, and just I posted it to raise awareness and also just to share an outrage, man.
Now notice what he just said. He's talking about bringing awareness to issues going on. You understand? He talked about his allies and different people that are in support and other things. So this man may have had a lot of enemies due to him being outspoken about different issues.
This is happening too much. And even my caption said, is this routine becoming familiar? The routine of posting about unarmed black folks being brutalized.
You see? You see what his concerns was? His concerns was unarmed black folks being brutalized. You see this? So he was an activist. He was outspoken about different issues. These are the things that was very important to him.
And then following up with the hashtag justice for fill in the blank.
Wow.
And then in the comment section, everybody goes, well, what about
this person and what about that person? That's what he's basically saying. And this is typical with a lot of folks that watch video streams, especially like this. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm saying, hey, justice for Stefan, right? You'll have somebody that'll pull up and say, well, what about the young lady that died last night in the Bronx? What about her? What about justice for her? Well, what about you? Why don't you go get justice for her and shut up and leave me alone and let me do my job? What about that? That's exactly what he's saying. It's never enough. People are never satisfied. I cannot get justice for everybody in the damn world. If I'm talking about the Stefan situation and you know about somebody else that died, why don't you go get a video camera and a microphone, go on YouTube and bring awareness to it and stop wasting everybody's time? Do you understand? What he's basically saying is when he's fighting for justice for one particular person, people be out there saying, well, what about this person? And what about that person? And what about justice for this guy? Why are you focusing on her only? Why don't you go get justice for her? One man cannot do everything. I cannot be the only one speaking out about issues. Why don't you speak out about it? If you know somebody died in your community and you felt it was foul play, why don't you do something about it and stop waiting for another man to do the job? And see, this is the problem with society. We're always waiting for another person to do the work. Rather than us do the work, we're waiting for someone else to do the work. And that's bad. You all have a brain. You all have a life. Use it.
Twitch, don't post that. Don't divide us like that. Don't push that narrative, Twitch. Like, yo, like I don't have to push the narrative. The narrative's already happening. And also, for everybody that answered the post asking me about, well, what about the 5-year-old that was killed by this person?
You see?
Yo, what happened to Cannon, that was awful. That was tragedy. That was tragedy. And justice is being carried out on the person that did that.
You see how he's talking right there? Because people, they're never satisfied. It's like I could be talking about this situation regarding him, and there'll be somebody in their feelings wondering, well, why you ain't talking about the young boy that got shot in his head? Why you ain't talking about that? As if though I'm omnipresent, as if though I'm everywhere in the world, as if though it's my responsibility to be talking about everybody's situation all day long. When you gotta voice yourself. If you see something, why don't you do the job? Why don't you do the job? We always say, if you see something, say something. Well, why don't you do something? So if you see a homeless man hungry and dying in the street, you'll walk past and contact me so that I could come out and fly to your city to take care of the situation when you could do it yourself? I'm telling you, man, I realize that a lot of people in today's day, they really have no hearts at all. We just love entertainment, gossip, and drama. And when it comes to actually being a good, decent-hearted person, we find it very difficult to do that. You understand? Somebody had posted in the comments, black got money, white wife on YouTube, a setup. Really? Doesn't make any sense what you're saying, partner. Seriously. White wife is on YouTube. Do you know how much money people make on YouTube? Do you know how much money his family probably making on YouTube? They had a whole family channel. They both have a YouTube channel, not the wife. They both have a YouTube channel. And they recently post a video. They had recently post an upload. So why would a man delete himself if he just finished doing a video with his family? I mean, some people are just nuts. And a lot of the hate that's coming towards the wife is because she's white. I know. A lot of the hate. So, listen, our people are very hateful. Very, very hateful. All you got to do is show a black man with a white woman and watch what happens. They start going crazy. They start to speculate and they start to judging. And all of those people that are doing all the judging, they don't even have no husband. None. I've seen people in comment sections saying that's good for him for getting with a Becky. I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? I've seen comments on Instagram where people are saying it serves him right for getting with a Becky. That's sad. Some of you folks, man, I don't know what's the matter with you, but that's sad. You're not even thinking about the fact that this man got 3 kids. 3 kids. And you're more focused on his wife because of her nationality. Really? So if it was a black woman with a white guy and the white guy got deleted, I guess the black woman killed him, right? Right? It just had to be that way, right? Man, people got to really renew their mind.
If I'm not mistaken, the person that committed that atrocity is arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
Now notice, he's fighting for justice for other people. This man was an activist, y'all. This man was an activist. This man was probably mobilizing. This man was probably financially supporting other organizations that help with bringing justice to certain situations, and they deleted this man because he was a resource to other organizations and other grassroots organizations that are mobilizing to bring about change. And they probably recognize that.
We still yelling about justice for Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery.
You see that?
George Floyd, Elijah McClain.
Notice this.
Sandra Bland.
Notice all the different names he's promoting in terms of bringing justice for. Now, why would a man that does that want to self-delete? For what? Doesn't make any sense. This man did not delete himself. It's a lie. They want to push the narrative to brainwash the people. This was an alleged blood sacrifice hit. Do you understand me?
Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice.
Wow. Again, if you want to know a man's character, man, you got to go back and look at his material.
Yo, I'm just Philando Castile. And countless others that are literally happening, it seems like every other week. But y'all want to get in the comment section and be like, oh, well, what about this? Like,
the reason why I'm not focused on his wife is because if you study the man's material, him and his wife made videos all the time. I'm talking about all the time. Countless videos. Video after video after video they made. Dancing and doing things with the kids, and they just, remember, they're all about social media. They're social media influencers, dancers, and so on and so forth. So their career, their job, their occupation, whatever it is they do is all on social media. You understand? And she's very active with him. So she's just as surprised about what's going on as most people are. And again, if there's any foul play, it's gonna come out. But you got to give it time. You gotta give it time. You gotta let things play their course. Because remember, when social media start buzzing, people start making videos, clues start coming out, hey, we're gonna start to put the puzzle together. We're gonna start to see the light of day.
Why is it like when we're raising awareness on something that's happening against human rights, rather than just, if you're gonna leave a comment saying, yo, that is messed up. Man, that's messed up. You gotta go, yeah, but what about, almost like you trivializing it. Like,
that's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. It's just like we're right now talking about you, bro. You not even here no more. And now we trying to fight for justice for you. And they're focused on your wife. This is crazy. This is really crazy. And you know what's so funny about this thing? It's like the people are so brainwashed that they're focused on all the wrong things because that's how society do their work. When there's a blood sacrifice, they keep you focused on other things while they're doing other things. They create a distraction for you. You're focused on depression. This man was not depressed. This man was actively dancing. That video that's on the side right there was made 3 days ago. 3 days ago. They got their tree up. They're doing their holiday thing. I'm not into no Christmas. Y'all already done know that. But hey, to each his own. That's what they do. It is what it is. I'm not here to focus on all that other stuff. I'm here to focus on the facts that this man was not depressed. He was not full of anxiety. He had a life. He had kids to live for. He was active with his wife. And these are the things that was going on. You see? This is just what it is. People saying he seemed worried. Worried about what? Where do you get this information from? What do you mean he seemed worried? Worried about what? Where do you get this madness from? I mean, have the trolls on YouTube started promoting lies yet? Because right now you got a lot of people posting lies. Matter of fact, these particular videos that I'm showing here right now, right? These videos was not made yesterday. But there are channels that are basically saying that these videos are the last videos that he made 24 hours ago. You understand? These videos were not made 24 hours ago. But there are videos that are out there right now that are claiming that all of these videos was made moments before he died. And it's not true. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to cover the information. I had to go look because I've been to YouTube channels where they claim that these videos were done 24 hours before his death. And the title is very misleading, but at the same time, I wanted to go find the videos for myself. And I went and I discovered that most of these videos are not even today's videos. They're not made today because we could just tell by what he's talking about, the subject matter. He's talking about things that happened a while ago, right? But people are going around saying that, hey, his last video before he died 24 hours ago. And you're going to click because you think that it was made 24 hours ago. And it's not. What I'm doing here is I'm examining his old videos. That's what I'm doing. The last set of videos. Not 24 hours ago, the last set of videos that he have on his page where he was talking about different issues other than dancing. That is what I'm focused on. You understand? I'm trying to focus on the character of this brother so we could discover more about him. Because I didn't know of this brother. I'm going to be honest with you. I never watched the Ellen show. You know, I figure women watch that show. I never watched that show. So I didn't know nothing about this brother. I'm learning about this brother as I go. And I'm using my resources and my intelligence to break down exactly what I see so we can make sense of this situation here. And again, we got new details within this video here. So you want to stay tuned for that.
It almost has this slight undertone, like you're a little tired of hearing this narrative. Oh, imagine that. Imagine that. That you're tired of hearing that narrative. Imagine that.
Looked like he was in some sort of truck. You know, like those them type of trucks when you are on a movie set. It looked like he was in one of those. Those type of movie truck type things. I'm not sure what they call them, but it's like his own section. I don't know. And that's why they knocked on that door and you heard like the truck sounds. So it sounded like he was like probably at a filming of something, perhaps a show, a movie, or whatever the case is. I don't know.
Dear Mr. President, do we have your attention yet?
Now notice he's asking the president, do we have your attention yet? So this guy was an activist. He did what he did with the dancing. He was a family man, but he also was an activist. He probably mailed out a lot of letters. He probably made a lot of phone calls, probably was involved with a lot of different people. And something went wrong.
Like we, the people, we black people, we, your nation.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. There's something that I seen in a particular video. I had downloaded it. I didn't want to really focus on it just yet, but somebody in the chat, Alex, pretty much brought it up. He said something about, did you see the 666 he threw up after he, I guess, peace sign look in the video of him dancing on left or something along. Well, I'm not looking at that video, but I have something a little more sinister. Well, we understand he doing the peace sign and all that other stuff, but I'm trying to show you some other information that I'm going to cover probably in another video. But let me see if I can pull this up real quick, because when I saw it, I was like, you know, wow. You know, it's just crazy. You know, it is what it is. But let me see if I can bring this up. And again, I'm not making this up. This is 100% authentic. Let me take a screenshot of this. Let me take a screenshot of this and throw this into the video, because again, yeah, we fighting for justice. Yeah, I get it. But a lot of these guys are in the industry. And within the industry, there are contracts, and you know about different rituals and different things. Now, if you've been watching and following my material of work, I always provide facts. I always provide the details. Now, regarding the Takeoff situation, I remember I showed you Takeoff throwing up the Baphomet. Yeah, I remember that, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember my live streams where rapper Takeoff, I had the shot where he was throwing up the Baphomet, where he was in 5th Ward with his so-called uncle, and he threw up the Baphomet. And it was very evident that he knew exactly what's going on. Well, I got sad news for you. That's right, your boy Stefan throwing up the Baphomet. There you go. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about this particular video. I just took a snap of it, but I have the full video of that. And he threw up the Baphomet. Now, a lot of you don't understand this. This is not a peace sign. This is not a little, like, I'm cool, I'm a rad dude. When you throw up that sign, you are literally paying homage to Satan. Do you understand me? You are literally paying homage to the devil. And I have to make it clear, again, condolences to the family, RIP to the brother, respectfully. At the end of the day, we still got to be truthful. I cannot sugarcoat. I got to make sure that we all are on the same page. So he is aware of the industry. When you throw up that sign right there, when you do that, when you throw up that hand sign, you know what the industry is about. And he had his big break on the Ellen show, and you know what her show represents. So he's fully aware of what's going on in the industry. That sign right there, oh yeah. Matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it into the video. We can't work with screenshots because people think that I'm making this up. People think that I'm making this up. I don't make things up. I speak facts, right? So I'm gonna bring the video in, since you wanna, because I could just feel somebody saying, well, how do I know that's real? How do I know you telling the truth? How do I know? Okay, you're gonna learn right now. You're gonna learn right now. Just because of you saying that, you're gonna learn right now. Right? Now, let me turn this off real quick. Let me shut that off right there. So now let me focus on getting this clip in the video. And we're going to hear this. Hold on a second. Let me set this up. Okay. Am I making that up?
You guys, 10 years ago, I was competing on this stage. Now I'm about to judge.
Right.
Tune in. So You Think You Can Dance, season 15, baby. Let's go.
So now you see that. Are you paying attention? I'm not making this up, people. Again. See this? And put a 1 in the chat if you can hear my voice. I need to make sure that
you guys, 10 years ago, I was competing on this stage. Now I'm about to judge. Tune in. So You Think You Can Dance, season 15, baby. Let's go.
You see that? So it's very evident. It's very evident and clear that I don't even know if anybody can hear me. Because I asked everybody to put a 1 in the chat if they can hear me. I don't think nobody can hear me. Okay, it looked like they can hear me. All right. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you can clearly see this happening. Right? He's in the industry.
You guys, 10 years ago, I was competing on this stage. Now I'm about to judge.
He throws up the sign.
Tune in. So You Think You Can Dance, season 15, baby. Let's go.
You see that? I'm not making it up, people. I'm not making it up at all. I'm trying to show you it's that real. This is serious. So I was going to deal with that in another video. I'm going to still do another video where I'm going to deal with that. But I had to show you straight up and down so that you can know that I'm not making these things up. Again, I'm fair and balanced. At the same time, I need you to understand that when you're in the industry, you know about these things. You know about the sacrifices. You know about the rituals. You understand what you must do to get to the top. You understand the blood sacrifice rituals. You understand that you have to pay homage to Satan. You must do those things, right? And unfortunately, these are the realities of the industry that nobody want to talk about, right? So I don't know the brother personally. All I know is based on what I see, and I'm trying to show you that based on what I'm seeing, he's not the type of guy that would go delete himself. At the same time, could it be possible that he had a due date? And this is where the blood sacrifices come in for fortune and fame. Again, you must understand how the industry works. A lot of people, and again, I'm not saying that this is what he did, but a lot of people sell their souls for fortune and fame. And if they don't offer up a blood sacrifice, they'll be sacrificed. Do you understand? And normally these blood sacrifices, you have to do them probably like every probably 10 years, 8 to 10 years. You have to do a blood sacrifice. Somebody got to get sacrificed. Family, friend, somebody close to you that you love. Somebody got to, and if you can't provide one, then you just get deleted because your time is up. You had success. You know, and it's not just the industry, you know, the movie industry, the music industry, even on YouTube. Do you know that a content creator can sell their soul? Do you know that? A content creator can sell their soul. Yeah. A content creator can sell their soul and for fortune and fame. And why is somebody saying no sound in the chat? Why is somebody saying that? Put a 1 in the chat if there is sound. Because this person, all right, you can hear me, everybody can hear me, but the person is saying no sound, right? Okay, so I know who that is now. I don't have no time for trolls, right? Don't come in here saying no sound and all this other nonsense when there is sound. I don't have no time to play. I'm very serious. I don't have no time to play. You know what I mean? You come in here with any nonsense, you're just going to get blocked. I'm dealing with serious work here. You don't got no sounds because your volume is down. but don't disrupt by saying no sound. And I have to go stop what I'm doing to focus on you. So we're just going to have to just get you up on out of here. So now, based on what we saw, it was very evident and clear that this brother threw up the Baphomet. So he understands the industry. He understands the rituals. Let's find out more information as we break down new details that came down the pipeline for you to understand.
And I'm not talking about the attention that you're paying with the tweets, and I'm not talking about that. It's helicopters flying above us right now. The attention that could potentially evoke feeling and emotion.
I don't focus on numbers or numerology. I don't have time to do all of this math on all of that other stuff in terms of dates and times. There's probably other people that are much better qualified to do that other than me. I've pretty much focused on my lane. You understand? I'm not a know-it-all. I do what I do. All we know is he's dead. And I'm using common sense to break down these things logically to make sense of it. So dates, times, all of that other stuff, all of that will come down the pipeline when need be. What we do know is he threw up that Baphomet. We knew that he left his home unexpectedly. He wasn't communicating with his wife. She was trying to call his phone, but he probably was already deleted already. You know? So let's get back to the video.
Sadness, anger, empathy.
We can see trouble in everybody's eyes. I'm pretty sure if we look in your eyes, we'll see trouble too. That doesn't prove anything. If we look in your eyes, we'll see trouble as well. Right? We have to focus on facts, people. Facts. No, he was not broke. And broke, what does broke mean to you? What does broke mean? Because if you can buy food and you have shelter, then be content. Because being a multimillionaire doesn't even mean you're rich. You can have all the money in the world and still be poor. Right? You can have all the money in the world and still be poor. I mean, if having money meant you're going to be happy and have a great life, right? Then why so many wealthy people delete themselves and just end it? We're talking about guys with major corporation, billionaires, just delete themselves. Why would they do that? And sometimes they delete themselves and their family too. This man didn't do that. Normally when people go and delete, they delete their family, their children, everybody. They don't just check out by themselves. You know, so we can't look at whether or not he was broke or whatever the case is. If you just do a simple Google search, let me see if I can pull something up real quick. Let me see. Hold on a second. See if I can find some information, because again, people, I only deal with the facts. I don't have no time for the nonsense. I don't have no time for that. So let's deal with facts to find out what's going on, right? Let's go check out the net worth and see what we can find concerning this brother, right? According to Celebrity Net Worth, Stefan Twitch boss net worth was around $5 million at the time of death. Let me bring the receipt into the video so that we can substantiate all of these all the evidence to point these things out. Let me see from another source. Let's see. How much does Stefan Twitch boss make? According to Celebrity Net Worth, Twitch made $500,000 per season for his first 2 seasons on the Ellen DeGeneres show, season 11 and season 12. He received a raise to $1 million per season in season 13. So based on that information, let me add this into the stream so that we could get more details to the public regarding the facts. Again, I want to focus on facts, right? So based on the receipt, it clearly says right here, right? And again, I'm just grabbing what I can find from social media. I'm not promoting no music times or anything like that. So that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to focus on this, what we see there. According to Celebrity Net Worth, Stefan Twitch boss net worth was around $5 million at the time of his death. Multiple news outlets noted. So multiple news outlets noted that this is what his net worth was. So the man was not broke. He ain't have no money, like, you know, money problems and so forth. So it's not like he just deleted himself because he couldn't buy a cheeseburger. You understand? He have a house. I have information regarding his house, but I blurred it out. We will see that later on in the video due to privacy concerns. I blurred out that particular information. Anytime I do my content, I make sure I blur out the proper information to protect his family, children, and so forth. That's just how I do what I do. But I know the location. I know the location where his house is. I know exactly what everything is. I know all of that information already. I did my due diligence and so forth. But anyway, let's get back to the video so we can get more info out of this tape.
Even spark imagination. Like, have you imagined what it would be like for your...
Whether it's on IG or not is not my concern. My concern is that I'm not going to show his place of residence for you. I mean, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want me to go Google map your place of residence and put it on YouTube. Whatever he do on his Instagram is his Instagram. But at the same time, out of respect, there's a certain way you have to conduct yourself as an influencer.
Sons to be hunted down. The way that being killed in broad daylight while the people taping felt powerless because all they could do is tape. You're giving us tweets and you're also giving us military threats.
Now notice how he's very outspoken about what he believes. Does that sound like a guy that want to delete himself?
And yeah, I heard the speech. I heard it. I heard the speech, the written speech, but it's different. It's different from when you actually feel something and you actually just speak from your heart, because you know, when you address the NFL players for kneeling for this very reason, those sons of bitches, as you called them.
And that's what he called them because of that NFL situation. Let me read a comment. Let me see. Somebody wrote a comment that said, I wonder if you try to go against them, will they take you out and make it look like suicide? He might have died tired of working for the devil. You know, normally when people cross the line, we see many cases of this in the industry. When an artist or celebrity goes against the grain, they normally give them warnings. We see this with them getting pulled over by the police. They make headline news. You know, perhaps they were caught with weapons, drugs, some sort of sex scandal just appear. These are normal things and tactics they use to, I guess, give certain individuals a spanking to let them know you're getting out of pocket. You're going too far to the left, too far to the right. So they do these little things to get their attention. Again, if you want to know how the industry work, right? All you got to do is just look at the situation with Kanye. Look at the situation with him. Look at the situation with Kyrie. And look at how when men begin to talk about things that the powers that be don't want you to talk about, right? Now, think about this. They say that we have freedom of speech, freedom of expression. We have the birthright to share our opinion. So why were these men put under so much fire, right? And why is it that because they spoke about their opinions regarding other nationalities of people, it's like the hammer just came down on them? And then all of a sudden, like a domino effect, various companies started to distance themselves from Kanye West. It's interesting how when anything happened, companies start to distance themselves, people start to pull their contracts from you. It's like they just want you to go broke. And it's interesting because Kanye was known as a billionaire, right? And then they just took everything from him. You see how they did that? That's how the industry works. Because they gave you everything. Remember, if you're a part of that industry, you know about the oath, you know about the Baphomet, you know about the rituals. But a lot of times, a lot of artists, they realize that they've been following the devil and they may not want to serve the devil anymore. And a lot of times when you go against the contract, you go against the oath that you made, you know, it results in death. And that's just a part of the package deal, you know? So we saw him throw up the Baphomet earlier. It's very evident and clear. Did he take the oath to have fortune and fame? I don't know. Again, I'm learning about this brother. But even if he did or didn't, that doesn't discredit him in terms of him being a good father to his children or him being depressed and full of anxiety. When we look at his lifestyle, he don't appear like that. He appeared to be happy, but at the same time, he was an activist and he was concerned about the different types of injustice that's being done against our people and people in general, you know, but he mainly was focused on issues regarding black people. And they probably didn't like that, especially if you have a platform. It's weird, but if you're a black man and you focus on the injustices done to your own people and you have position in the industry, they will begin to crucify you because they don't want you to focus on your people. For example, I noticed something about the platform TikTok. I don't know if this is your experience, but I know this is mine. I noticed that on TikTok, right? If you are a man, right, and you focus on anything that empowers men, you don't really get any success. Not only that, you won't even last on the platform. If women try to defend men, they will get punished. But if women bash men, they're protected. And I noticed that with that particular website. It's like women can go on there and bash men all day and they get a pass. But if a man come on there and talk about women, he won't have no more TikTok account. So I determined that the site pretty much favors women. That being said, my point in saying that is Stefan, being that he's in the industry and have influence and he's popular, being that he's outspoken about different issues, may have possibly offended somebody at the top. And they didn't like that. And they probably told him to stop. They probably told him, look, get your money, do your thing. You got a family, you got a nice house. I mean, just do your thing and stop trying to defend your people. And he probably said, to heck with that. I'm defending my people. I'm standing for what I believe. And they didn't like it. You understand? Let's get back to the tapes.
That came from the heart. So where's that energy? Where's that? I don't know. But the nation is not okay right now. And So I know you got a hard job. It's part of the job description.
You see how his facial expression looked? You can tell by his facial expression right there that he knows a lot. And it could be a possibility that he knew he was being watched. He knew that he was getting contacted by somebody that was possibly telling him, you need to stop. You need to cut back from whatever it is you're doing because we're on to you. And he probably didn't care about that. And somebody probably made him meet up at that hotel. We're going to get into that in a few.
But do we have your attention? Like, what are you about to do? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, that's true. If you're pro in support of your people, you get punished. If you are anti or against your people, or if you're a part of the dysfunction in terms of keeping your people dumbed down, you get rewarded for that. This is why hip hop artists get rewarded, because they focus on keeping their people dumbed down. Right? And shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel. Appreciate everybody supporting and rocking with the platform. Let's go.
I'm talking about past the military threat. What are you doing right now?
What's going on, everybody? I just want to say, man, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm sweaty and I'm hype. I just finished teaching class, man. I just want to say something real quick. Like, there's so much love in the air right now, man.
There's so much love in the air, he said.
I'm teaching class in the first place that I ever took convention years and years ago when I was horrible. Like, I'm teaching class now, full circle, man. And to show how great the love is, man, it's just like, I appreciate all of my other dancers and the inspiration and the positivity that you putting out there. I love looking out in the crowd, and I love seeing people with playground sweatshirts on. I love seeing people with the I'm a Beast gear on, throwing the claws up. I love seeing people with the...
He said he loved people that are wearing the I'm a Beast shirts on, throwing the claws up. I hope that claws is not the Baphomet. I hope that clause is something different.
With Randy and Hef sweatshirts on, you know what I mean? And shoot, it's there's just so much, and I'm so hyped right now. Shout out to Gustavo, who was one of my first teachers, Greg Russell, who was teaching tap. I didn't even know how to do it, but y'all, there's so much love to go around if you just open your eyes and open your hearts and push your ego out of the way, man. And shout out to all my dancers that's doing their thing and putting inspiration in the air. Let's get it.
Now, this particular information is coming out of the Daily Mail. We're going to pretty much examine this. There's some way more information, so I want to pretty much focus on this. It says exclusive inside the $107 a night LA motel room where Ellen's co-star DJ Stephen tWitch Boss 40 shot himself in the head before his body was discovered in the bathroom in a pool of blood by horrified maid. Wow. So now we got some more details coming out. Stephen Boss shot himself in the head in the bathroom of a motel less than half a mile from his home. The dancer looked calm after ringing a head round an hour before walking to the motel. So he walked to the motel, they're saying. I don't know where the proof of this is, but they're saying he walked. We would need to see camera footage of that. We would need camera footage of that. We need to see camera footage of him walking to the hotel. And I actually did a Google map run from his house to the hotel. So I was going to do a whole video with it, but again, it would give you the location of where the house is. I don't want to do that. But I did it on my own research for my own learning. And I doubt that he walked. I think that somebody picked him up. But again, maybe they have footage out there that we don't know. Right? It says the dancer looked calm after ringing ahead around an hour before walking to the motel to see if they had rooms. Hotel staff found his body after performing a wellness check when he failed to check out. The manager told Daily Mail that the bathroom was covered in blood after the shooting. Now that's what they're saying. You understand? They're saying that the bathroom was covered in blood after the shooting. That's what they're saying. All right, let's move on. Find out what else we got. Sounds crazy, right? I know. Let me see. Okay. Now it goes on and it says the Ellen DeGeneres show DJ was shot, who shot himself in a Los Angeles hotel room this weekend was found dead by a horrified maid, the hotel manager told Daily Mail. Stefan Twitch Boss 40, a longtime executive producer of Ellen's show, checked into room 249. So now, all of you numerology folks, all you folks that are with numbers, it says that he checked into room 249. Right? 249, right, at the Oak Tree Inn, right, Encino, at around 10:30 a.m. on Monday. So 10:30 a.m. So basically he just got up out of his house in the morning and just went to a hotel and didn't take his car. He decided to take a nice walk. Was he under mind control? Possibly. Because this just doesn't make any sense when you really think about this. I believe it's a cover up. That's why we got to just do these stories, because eventually the news is going to come out. He did this on Monday. He went into his room and he never came out. The manager, Rakesh, said. So the manager is basically saying that he went into his room and he never came out. How did the manager know that? I don't know. I mean, how do you know he never came out of his room? These are the type of things that I'm interested in. That means that there must be cameras around that showed. And we're going to get into the location in a few. Let's go. Now, let's see. Right here, we got at 11:15 a.m. on Tuesday, the maid opened the door to check on the room. There was his stuff in there, but no one there. She checked the bathroom and there was blood everywhere. She was very scared. This is the first time anything like that has happened here. We called 911. They told us to check his pulse, but there was nothing. The paramedics and the police came and they said he was dead. This is what they have reported. Now, this is supposed to be the bathroom or whatever the case is of where everything took place. This is what they said. I don't know. I'm sure there's photos. If this is possible, they most likely have that information. Yeah. How much did how much the hotel get paid? I don't know. I mean, blood everywhere. I doubt. I mean, I don't know. I'm just reporting the news, right? I mean, why would he go? Why would he leave his house? I mean, family, we gotta really think about this. Like, again, we're all adults here, right? We're all adults. If you're gonna self-delete, right? Why not just go in your garage in your car and just make it quick? Like, seriously. Doesn't make any sense. Why take a walk to a motel a half a mile down the road and bring your burner with you to self-delete and pay for a room? You're going to book a room. Really? Does that make any sense? It makes no sense. If you're going to self-delete, you're not going to You're not going to waste any more time. People that delete themselves, they don't waste time. They just do it. You understand? Just go in your garage, sit in the car, and just do it. Make it quick. That way, your wife will come running downstairs. She'll get the paramedics, and it won't be any foul play. It won't be no questions of, did somebody do you dirty? Because the way this thing is spun, it's not that of a man that self-delete. This man was murdered. Because here's the thing, fam, we got to put this thing together logically. Again, I deal with logic. If you are depressed, if you are suffering and you want to delete yourself, the last thing you want to do is make your family think you were murdered. Because by the pure fact they're saying he deleted himself, that means that he allegedly didn't want to hurt his family. So he had love for his family because he could have deleted everybody. So we know he didn't want to take his family out. So that proves right there that he loves his family. A man that's going to self-delete is going to delete his whole family with him too. So by the pure fact he got love for his family and love for his kids, not to delete them, that speaks volumes to foul play. Because if he really wanted to delete himself, he could have did that inside of his garage, in his own bathroom. I mean, for crying out loud, he could have went in his own bathroom. Why go to a hotel bathroom? If I'm gonna delete, why go to a motel and do that in their bathroom when I could have just did that in my own bathroom and make it messy? That way my wife know that I, in fact, did this to myself. Do you understand? I need to make this very clear, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that I made my point clear enough. I need for you to really comprehend what I'm saying. This man left his home at 10 a.m. in the morning, somewhere around that time, to go get a room at a motel so that he can delete himself in a bathroom. That doesn't make any logical sense. A man that want to self-delete would have just did it in his own bathroom and got it over with. That way his wife won't be confused about him taking his life. She would say, wow, I can't believe he did it. And it'll be end of story right there. But now for him to go to the motel, allegedly, it just raises more questions as to what happened to him. Was he murdered? Was he abducted? Was he kidnapped? Did someone force him to go out there? Did he receive a message, a death threat? What happened to him that led to this? It just makes things worse. If he would have just did it what he had to do in his garage, his wife would have ran downstairs, saw him delete it. She would have called the cops, the medics, everybody would have came there, and it would have been end of story. All the proof would have been right there. He's in his house, he deleted himself, case closed. But this situation, leaving his house to go walk and not take his car, that doesn't make sense, man. That doesn't make sense. Something happened to this man, and we need answers. We need video footage too. We need to see him walking down the street without his car. We need to see that. We need to see the tapes. Let's get back to the video. This is crazy. Now, it goes on to say right there, Stefan, Twitch boss 40, a longtime executive producer of Ellen's show, checked into room 249 at the Oak Tree Inn on Monday before being found dead 24 hours later. So he checked in, 24 hours later, he's gone. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense to me. Not at all. That's the particular hotel right there. The Oak Tree Inn. Interesting place. Now, look at the numbers. What's that there? It says 17448. Hey, put all that number stuff together. Put all that stuff together to figure out the number situation. I don't got time to go through all of that. So notice this image right here. That would be how the rooms are. So he booked one of those rooms and pretty much went up in there. And hey, anybody could have went up in there. Just by the way that spot looked, anybody could have went up in there. You know, $107 a night. Anybody could have went up in there, man. Anybody could have been there already. Anybody could have came from one room and went into his room. Anything could have happened, man. Look at that place. Come on. It goes on and it says a manager told Daily Mail that the bathroom was covered in blood after the shooting. Interesting. Rakesh, who asked to be identified only by his first name, said no guest or staff heard the gunshot. Now that right there doesn't sound normal. If you have a gun and you pull that trigger and you're in a hotel, you supposed to hear that gunshot if you are a guest or staff. I don't want to hear that. They didn't give us the caliber of weapon. They didn't tell us if it had a silencer on it. First of all, if you have a silencer on a gun, you know, you must have some sort of connections with certain people to get that even in your possession. Because you're not even supposed to have that. That just opens another can of worms. I don't think you understand. A silencer? No. None of you even supposed to own that. I don't want to hear none of that stuff about, well, you know, I have my open carry. I can open, not with no damn silencer. No. Not at all. See? So if there was a silencer, somebody was assigned to murder that man. See what I mean? Because you just can't get no gun with that. This ain't the movies, bro. That's some old assassin type stuff. How they didn't hear the gunshots. I mean, heck, most hotel rooms, you can hear somebody next door getting it in. You understand what I'm saying? You can hear music through the wall. How you ain't hear a gunshot? I don't want to hear he was blasting music and they didn't hear nothing. You're going to hear it, fam. It's crazy. Let me see. It says Rakesh, who asked to be identified by his first name, said no guests or staff heard the gunshot. Maybe he did it during the day on Monday. It's a busy, loud road outside here. No, that's excuses. That's excuses what they're saying right there. I think the hotel is in on it. I think the hotel is in on it, fam. It says Rakesh, who asked to be identified only by his first name, said no guests. Wait, hold on a second. He said no guests or staff heard the gunshots. Maybe he did it during. Notice what they're saying. Maybe he did it. Maybe he did it during the day. Do you see the excuses they're making? Sounds to me like they set him up. Sounds to me like somebody at that hotel was paid off and this man was murdered. I don't like what they're saying. Maybe he did it during the day. It's a busy, loud road outside here. It's possibly nobody heard it because of that, he said. That doesn't make no sense right there. He's lying. He's lying. You understand? Sounds to me like the hotel is in on the cover up. Based on what I'm hearing, it sounds like the hotel is in on this. Boss called ahead at around 9:20 a.m. on Monday to check if rooms were available. So basically what they're trying to say is that while Stefan was at his place of residence at around 9:20 a.m., he called to make sure that the room was available. That's what they're basically trying to imply here, that he was setting this thing up from the jump, right? Then he walked, they said, walked the few blocks from his home. Rakesh said he seemed completely normal and calm. I don't trust this guy named Rakesh. I don't trust him. For some reason, his name, Rakesh. What's the nationality of this man? Rakesh. What is his nationality? Do anybody know who Rakesh is at that hotel? Do anybody know the nationality of Rakesh? We need to know who he is. because I don't trust him. This doesn't sound right. Right? He's saying that he seemed completely calm, completely normal and calm. When he knocked on the door, there was no response, Rakesh said. The maid opened the door, and there was his stuff still in the room. Now, remember, they said he only had a small bag. So what stuff are you talking about? Do you see how it's not making sense, ladies and gentlemen? They said when we knocked on the door, there was no response, Rakesh said. So basically, let's picture all of this stuff happening. Rakesh, I think he was what? I think he's the manager, or some guy that is at the place. Yeah, I think he's a manager, right? Okay, so now Rakesh and the maid is at the door because they're doing a wellness check to make sure, because he didn't check out of the room. So they went to the room, and he said, we knocked on the door. There was no response, Rakesh said. The maid opened the door, and there was his stuff still in the room. Now, what stuff are we talking about? Because we also heard in the reports that when he got into the hotel, he had a small bag, and that's it. So what stuff are we talking about? What stuff? You know? And how is it that they know the stuff is there? Why would he keep his stuff right invisible, right in front of you? He could have had his stuff inside of a closet. He could have had his stuff in the bathroom. You see? Another member of staff confirmed boss shot himself in the head. Well, how did he know that? Why is he touching the body? Why are these people tampering with evidence? It's a crime scene. Why are they touching the body? How would you know he got shot in his head unless you checked? How do you know he got shot? See, these are the things you got to look at, people, when you're doing proper investigations. How do a hotel staff know he was shot in the head? That mean that they were tampering with a corpse. That mean they were tampering with evidence of a crime scene. How do you know he wasn't clobbered in the head with something? How do you know he was shot? You see? They're not trained to know all of this stuff. Why are they even in there? Why are they even near the body to know this? Come on, man. Y'all got to look at this thing deeper, bro. Seriously. Another member of the staff confirmed boss shot himself in the head, with the manager adding that he did it in the bathroom. They said he used his own name to check into the motel on Monday and was not discovered until Tuesday morning. I don't trust the staff at that motel. Something just don't sound right. You know? Even if a gun was next to the body, a staff member just can't conclude he shot himself in the head. You just can't conclude that. That means you had to check. You understand? He could have had his head clobbered and was bleeding. He could have shot himself somewhere else. You know? Again, we want to focus on how these people have all this information. That means they were touching the body. Why would you be touching a dead body if you came across it? You would wait for the police to come there to do their job. I'm just trying to give you folks the facts. If I see somebody dead on the floor in the hallway, let's say you walk into a building and somebody's dead on the floor, I'm not going near that body. I'm not touching that body because I don't want nobody to say I did it. I don't want no fingerprints of mine on nobody's body if they dead. So their story is just not adding up, right? It says they said he used his own name to check into the motel on Monday and was not discovered until Tuesday morning. This is what they're reporting. Let's see what else we got. So this is crazy, fam. Very, very crazy story, man. So that's the door right there to room 249. So, hey, y'all with y'all number stuff, hey, do what y'all got to do. What's interesting about this door, I don't know if you notice it, but it looked like somebody was banging that door with something. Let me see. If you look at the door have some sort of, like if somebody was trying to bang the door. You don't notice that? Like, have like these markings on the door, like somebody tried to bang it with something. I don't know, but it looked like there's damage on the door. Somebody was trying to get in. It's just the first couple of clues that just kind of pop out when I'm looking at a video. I'm not sure if you're able to see that, but it's very clear, evident on the door. It looked like somebody, I mean, when you think about a motel, a hotel, the door shouldn't have any damage on the door, you know, but it looked like somebody was trying to get in and they were banging the door. Like, yeah, the door is damaged. Hey, only they know the truth. I'm just looking for clues. This looked like inside the bathroom area of the hotel room, as you can see. You know, this ain't no big time place, you know, just a basic motel, right? Hold on a second. I think I skipped something. Let me see. All right, it says boss is survived by his wife, Allison, 34, and their 3 children, Wesley, 14, Maddox, 6, and Zaya, 3. Workers said he shot himself in the head, but no one heard the gunshots. I mean, what kind of madness is that? How you shoot yourself in the head, but no one hears the gunshot? What kind of gun is this? What kind of crackerjack gun is this that no one hears? This doesn't make sense. Workers said he shot himself in the head, but no one heard the gunshot, describing the scene as pretty bad. Now, in order for it to be pretty bad, now we gotta need the caliber of the gun. We're gonna need the caliber of the gun, because for you to self-delete and shoot yourself in the head, the type of caliber of gun will determine how messy that bathroom really is, if you understand weapons. Do you understand? It's just like with the takeoff situation. If you have a 40 caliber weapon, you know, that's going to be messy at close range. You blow your damn brains out. You'll have a hole in your head. Everything will be splattered everywhere. So determining the type of weapon he used will determine the damage, the severity of the wound. There's no mention of what kind of gun. There's no mention of anything. And see, these are the clues that I look for when investigating these type of stories. What kind of gun? There is no way that man can get a silencer unless it's... Listen, nobody don't have no damn silencer on their gun. You understand? Nobody... What do you have a silencer for? That mean that you out here doing dirt. Unless somebody else was a paid assassin to take him out. Those guys have access to these different types of weaponry. But the all normal guy, no, you ain't getting no silencer on no damn gun. You know? So I don't trust the hotel. I think that they got problems over there. A couple of red flags. It goes on and it says he left home on Monday without his car. And when he didn't return on Tuesday, disappearing overnight, his wife frantically ran to file a report. Now, I don't know how this thing goes because it says she ran to file a report. I mean, it doesn't say, I don't know if she called. I don't know. Maybe y'all in the chat can pretty much fill in the blanks. Did she call? Because it says she ran to file a report. I guess a missing persons report or something along those lines. It just doesn't sound right with the ran part. Now it's starting to have a little red flags. You know, ran, what? All right, so okay, so he didn't He disappeared overnight. This all started on Monday. Tuesday, okay, you ran. His wife frantically ran to file a report. That doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. I'm gonna kind of just let that one marinate. Again, people, didn't I tell you that over time, as we continue to learn more, things are gonna continue to unfold. Now, I'm not blaming her. At the same time, it just sounds a little interesting that, she ran to go file a report. I don't see nothing about she called and, she was asking questions. Maybe they told her to come down to the precinct or down to the police station to file a report. We have to gather all the context to make sure that, we're using proper judgment when looking at the situation. And normally when a person is missing, it takes, they have to be missing for a certain amount of time before you can make that report. So that's another issue, Now, they said 24 hours, so I don't know. But let's get back into the story. It says, Boss family members arrived on Wednesday morning to look after the grieving wife and children at his 6-bedroom home, embracing his sobbing son, who ran out the house to greet them. So basically, the children are crying, mourning. One told Daily Mail the family declined to comment. The So You Think You Can Dance star, who met his dance teacher wife, Allison, 34, on the show in 2010, was fathered to 3 kids, Zaya, Maddox, and Laurel, and Wesley. Wait a minute. 3? Oh, okay. I got it. I'm looking at the different names. I don't know. They all have different names. I don't get this. I don't know. I'm confused with these names now. Now it's kind of just confusing. I don't know. Anyway, who was born in, I guess, a previous. Wait a minute. Renee, 14, who was born in Allison's previous relationship, but adopted by Stefan. So then what they're saying is that she had a child beforehand. Let me see what the chat's saying. The oldest daughter is not his. He adopted her oldest daughter. Okay. The chat says that the elder daughter. All right, because that's where the little confusion came in, because I'm like, what's going on here? I know that they said he had 3 kids. So the elder daughter, okay, because I seen a photo. I didn't put it in the video because, again, I don't want to put their children on social media without their consent. So I just kept them out. Sometimes I do videos and I make mistakes, and sometimes images appear and I forgot to blur them out. But matter of fact, even when I was uploading this particular video, I had forgot to blur out the baby, and I had to re-export the same video after adding the blur feature to the baby. I mean, it ain't nothing to show. I just do that out of respect. You know what I mean? Because the child you don't have to put somebody's baby on social media, right? So the elder daughter is adopted by, okay, all right, so we got that point. Let's continue. See what else we got. It's interesting stuff, man, say the least. So that's a bathroom. All right, let me see. He left home on Monday without his car, and when he didn't return by Tuesday, disappearing overnight, his wife frantically ran to file a report. That's what they're saying. All right. So that's the room. Now notice the room number. It was 249, right? Now notice this, people. Come on. Let's come on. We got to use our brains now. Yeah. Now, y'all don't see nothing. Y'all don't see something wrong in that picture? Could anybody point out what's wrong? Could anybody point out what's wrong with this picture? Let's see if somebody get it. Well, yeah, different door numbers, but you don't notice anything? Double rooms. Yeah. That's right. You see that? Now, how could a man delete himself in one room and the person in the neighboring room didn't hear anything? You understand? How could a man delete himself with a gun and the people that are in the next room didn't hear nothing? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, man. And normally when you see rooms that close, originally it was one room, one large room, and they divided it into two rooms to make more money. Anytime you see rooms that the doors is that close, that means that at one time it was one room, one big hotel room. And in order for the hotel to make more money, they divided the space into two smaller rooms. Always know that, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you see rooms that close, they were divided into two rooms to make more money. So how come the neighboring room didn't hear the shots? How? It doesn't make any sense. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And anybody could have got up there. Now, this is an interesting photo here. Workers said he shot himself in the head, but no one heard the gunshot, describing the scene as pretty bad. Now, this particular photo is on the Daily Mail, which shows his place of residence, his house. I actually just blurred everything out, but I kept the car because for whatever reason, that must be his car that he left behind. Isn't that interesting? It's just not adding up when you think about it. Why would you leave your happy life, family, your automobile, and take a walk to a motel to delete yourself? It doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, I want to know, what did they check his phone? Like Wesley said, are they checking his phone? That's what I want to know. Are they checking his phone records? Find out what's going on. Hey, again, we need to hear more information from the wife, find out what's going on. Because remember, everything happened at the motel. The wife was home. So we don't know what's going on. Why would he go and self-delete? Why would he do that? Like, I'm trying to put it together. Like, how could the wife, let's just throw it out there. Let's say the wife set him up, right? How could she make him pull a trigger to delete himself if he self-deleted when she wasn't at the motel with him? Doesn't make any sense. Well, what if she paid somebody to do it? Well, that will come out eventually. I don't know. But I'm just trying to focus on the facts. And a lot of times when people go through stuff like that, again, they panic. But I'm just focusing on the facts right now. Eventually, everything else is going to come down the pipeline and we're going to know. That's just the way it is, you know. It goes on and it says, boss walked 15 minutes. So the walk was 15 minutes from his house to the motel where he appeared calm before the incident. Now, why they said he walked? Where's the proof that Stefan walked? Where's that proof? You understand? Where's the proof that he walked? And why is it that when a black man has a white woman, women want to say to the brothers, get themselves, you need to get yourself a sister. The sisters don't even want us brothers. Let's just be real. Let's just keep it 1,000. The average modern woman is not even trying to be a wife today. She want to be independent. She want to be free. She don't want to be locked down. She don't want no man leading her or directing her. That is why a lot of the brothers go get women of the other nations, because they're not wasting time. They want to build a family. I'm just speaking the facts. We say stuff like the brother's supposed to go out there and get a sister. The sisters don't want the brothers. There's a lot of quality men out here, and the sisters don't want brothers that are good men. They want pookies, they want ray-rays, they want thugs. So when a brother go out there and get himself a non-black woman, all of a sudden people start looking at him funny, like he did something wrong. No, the man wanted to build a family, and that's exactly what he did. He built a family. And it doesn't matter what woman you get with as a black man. If you get with a woman and she wanna rock with you, then get with her, because you don't got no time to waste. And I already done told you already, brothers, if a sister want to get with you, she'll pull up on you. So to all the women that are colored women, right? Save me the emotional drama. Because if you want a husband, go to the man that you feeling and tell him straight up that you want to be his wife. And let's see what happens. Enough of the emotions. I don't want to hear no emotional nonsense. This is why I tell you, brothers, focus on your health, focus on your money. If a woman is feeling you, she will come to you. She will holler at you. She will tell you, I want to be your woman. I want to bring forth your children. So don't let no woman try to shame you if you got yourself an Asian woman or a white woman. Because when you were there trying to get with a sister, they didn't want you. Right? And I'm pretty sure this brother dealt with the same type of issues. And he got a woman that was rocking with him because she had the same passions like him. Now, remember what I talked about in my previous streams, where I talked about how as a woman, you got to learn to get with a brother that you can fit in his program? Well, guess what? That brother's passion was dancing. And the woman that he got with is involved in the same activity, just like him. You understand? You understand? That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Let me read more of these comments, because these comments are just hilarious at times. Let me see. Someone said black men just gotta chase the black woman that are age appropriate and working. No, I disagree with everything you just said. That doesn't even make no damn sense. You're telling men they need to chase women. We're not chasing after you. We don't got no time to chase after you. And Jen, you saying age appropriate, so you're telling a black man he need to chase a woman that's age appropriate? What are you talking about? Age appropriate. Who told you what is the appropriate age a man need to seek of when it comes to a woman? No. We're not doing that. We're looking for a young sister that we can deal with, that we can bear children with, and that can cooperate with us. We're not looking for a woman that is out there living her best life, destroyed her whole life, got a bunch of kids and problems, and then she want to come to a good quality man so he could take care of her and her kids. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. And we're not chasing none of you. You understand? I mean, imagine these comments, man, telling a man to go chase a woman. Chase her for what? She's supposed to be a helpmate. A man is not chasing that. For what? We're not doing that. Right? So again, brothers, focus on your health. Get your health in order and focus on your bread. If a woman is liking you, if a woman is interested in you, she will holla at you, bro. That's how you got to moving on into 2023. Do not even waste your time chasing women around. You understand? That's just the way it is. And half of the women that are complaining in the comments, none of them have a husband. I'm just being honest with you. None of them has a husband. None of them have a husband, and it's for a good reason, because they don't want a good man. And they look at this guy and they see him with his wife and they get upset about that for whatever reason. Because if these women wanted a husband, they would gravitate towards a quality man and become a helpmate and cooperate with that man and be a wife. But that's not what they want. They want to be a boss lady. That's what they want. I'm serious. That's just the way it is. Again, ladies, don't waste your time getting mad at me. I'm just speaking the truth. Again, if you're here to the platform, right, you have to understand something about me. I don't sugarcoat anything. If you're a woman and you're a quality woman, right, I have a question for you. If you're a quality woman and you're good and you are the type of woman that would make a man happy, my question to you is why you don't have a husband right now. Why you don't have a husband. Don't tell me about all the horrible relationships you had. Don't tell me about the Pookie and Ray Ray you had kids with. If you're such a good woman, why you don't have a good man right now that is your husband? Why you don't have that? You see that? Isn't that what's going on? I don't care who's in my chat and what they're doing. I already done told these brothers what's the real. I really don't give a fuck who's crushing and all that other nonsense. I just told people, listen to me very carefully, brothers. Listen to wisdom. Don't pay no mind to none of the BS that you see in a chat when it comes to women. Women play games. If a woman, listen, brothers, hear me carefully. If a woman wanna fuck with you, she's not gonna be playing mind games. She will pull up and she will holler at you and she will be straight to the point. Do you understand me? She's not gonna be playing this little game. Us brothers, we don't got no time to play. So I don't wanna hear about who's crushing on who or who's doing this. I don't wanna hear none of that. Action speak louder than words. Do you understand me? The reason why a lot of women don't have no husband, no man, no guide is because they refuse to do what is necessary to get the man that they want. And this is why they always end up with the Pookie and the Ray Ray. You can't get mad at me because of your situation. Men are not scared. Men are not scared, whatever the case is. Scared of what? Men are about their business. Women want to play games because they want to control a man. You can't control a man. All right, let's do the test. Let's do the test right now since we got the chat attention. Okay. To all the ladies that are in the clouds, all the ladies that are in the chat. If you want a man right now, do you expect him to be monogamous? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a woman and you're expecting a man to be monogamous. Put that in the chat. Let's see, with a 1. Do you expect a man to be monogamous with you? Let's see. Let's see. All right, brothers, are y'all paying attention? Are you brothers paying attention to all those 1s? Okay. All of those ladies will remain single for the rest of their lives. There you go. All of them. Now, brothers, look. I'm just asking the questions. I'm asking them, how many of you ladies would want a man to be monogamous only to you? They're all with the one saying, yes, of course, yup, That's why you don't have no husband right now. That's why you don't have no man and why you will never have a man. You could respectfully disagree, you still don't have no husband. You could respectfully disagree, you could say whatever you want. You still have no husband. And if you look through your life, it seems as if though every man you date, he end up having another woman. So what does that tell you, ladies? No man will ever be monogamous to you. You're wasting your time. That's why you're single. You see that? I'm just being honest with you. Again, ladies, rather than being in your feelings, think logically. Again, if you are a great woman, got it going on, you think you're the best looking, whatever the case is, again, I ask you the question, why you don't have a husband? Is that a man's fault? That's your fault. That means that you have not gravitated towards a quality man. And number two, you want to control the man's manhood, which means you want the man to be under your rulership. You want to control his manhood. You don't want him to be around no other woman. This is why you're single. This is why. I'm telling you why. I just asked all the ladies, how many of you ladies want a man to be monogamous to you? And y'all all was with the ones saying, yeah, I'm expecting a man to just be with me and me only. Well, that's why you don't have a husband. You lady, listen, you're saying I'm wrong. You're wrong. Where's your husband? If I'm wrong, where's your husband? You see what I'm saying? And don't tell me back to the facts that I'll just block you and you won't even be here anymore. I do what the fuck I want on my platform. We're dealing with an issue here. I'm trying to make these women understand the real. I'm not here to sugarcoat. We're not here to play games. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a family man too. Right? We're here to deal with real issues. If you have it going on as a woman, why you have no husband? And if you don't want no husband and you want to be single because you figure I'm just happy being single, then why are you even in the conversation? Why are you even responding to the things that I'm saying if you happy being single? It doesn't make any sense. What I'm trying to show you is that women don't understand men. See, the problem with women in today's day is they think that a man is going to be monogamous. No man is monogamous. None. And this is why you're single. This is why. Every single lady that's in the chat, if you don't have a husband, one of the reasons why is because you think a man is supposed to be locked down to you. And that is where you're going to have problems. Right? Why are you posting scriptures about now concerning what does that have to do with anything? You're not making any sense. It is not good for a man to touch a woman. So hold up, do he want to touch a man? That doesn't even make no sense. That in context, you don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean it's not good? A man is supposed to fuck with women. What do you mean he's not good? So is he supposed to touch a man? Like, what are you saying? This is crazy. You have another clown. Let's see this person's comment. Somebody else here says, where's that comment? I just saw the comment. And see, brothers, this is why I tell you don't waste your time with women. This is why I teach you this. Because you're seeing it right now in the chat. You're seeing it right now in the chat. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I tell you guys, focus on your health, focus on your livelihood, and leave women alone. The women that want to mess with you, they're going to come to you. You don't got to waste your time chasing women around, because again, the ones that you chase are the ones that want to control you. Those are the ones that want to tell you what to do, when to come, when to go, and all that other nonsense. And this is why you can never build relationships with them, because they're not really making any logical sense. I'm literally telling them. You have people, where'd that comment go? I just saw a damn comment I wanted to respond to. I don't even see it no more. Where the hell it go? This doesn't even make any sense. Looking for this damn comment. And see, another thing about this situation, because right now we focusing on these women in the comments and women in general. Because in order for you to understand this man's marriage, is to understand the truth. Because you're going to have a lot of women, they're going to fall off the stream, they're going to disappear, they're going to leave because they're in their feelings again. You have women that will be watching my stream and thinking that I'm going to be their future man, and think that I'm going to be monogamous to them and all of this other nonsense. I would never be monogamous to no woman. Doesn't even make no sense. And this is the problem with society, ladies. This is why you have problems today, because when you get with a man, you don't realize that your job is to be a helpmate, a helper, a mate to this man. Your job is not to try to control him. You can't control a man. A man is the one that builds. This whole world is built by a man. Men. We build. You're a helpmate. That's why you have a womb. That's why you bring forth children. Do you understand? But you have been brought up with this fantasy that when you get with a guy, he's going to be locked down to you, and this is where life is going to always be. And then you put all your eggs in this one basket, and then when he get with another woman, you say he's cheating on you. He's not cheating on you. He's being a man. The problem is you only dealt with Pookies and Ray Rays. You never been with a quality man in your life. I am certain that the majority of women that are viewing this stream right now have never been with a quality man ever in their life. They never been with a real man. They only been with males that just want to pump and dump. And that's it. Don't get mad at me. Look at yourself. And see, here's another thing, ladies, for you to understand. Another reason why you won't be able to secure a quality man is if you're not teachable. Once a man realizes that you're not teachable, that you're not listening, and that you're in your feelings when he's trying to explain something, you're never gonna have, you're gonna lose opportunities like crazy. And this is one of the reasons why we have so many problems today in the black community. And there's a lot of black men out here that want to build families. There's a lot of black men that are watching this live stream right now, and they've been trying to settle down with a sister for the longest. And all they get is the same games. And they say, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired of this. I'm going to go get me an Asian sister. I'm going to go get me a Becky. And they go where they're celebrated. But it's not like, oh, they didn't want a sister. The sisters has always been their first preference. But because you're not interested in cooperating with this man, he's going to go do other things because he don't got no time to waste. And sometimes, ladies, in your arrogance, you say, well, then go ahead and get this and get that. Trust me, we will. This is why I teach men focus on their health, focus on their money, and leave you alone. Simple as that. Sounds cold, right? But actually, it's good. Because here's the thing, ladies. If you're a real woman who is good, a quality sister, and you see a brother that you're interested in, why don't you get off your ass and go to that man and let that man know that you feel in him and you want to be his woman? If you're not doing that, you're going to remain single for the rest of your life. And there's nothing else that can happen for you that can help you, because all the guys that are chasing you, those are the guys that are just trying to smash and dash. Men that are on their purpose, they're not chasing women. They're busy doing their job. They're on their career. They're doing their work. And that's just the reality of it. Real men are busy. Pookies and Ray Rays are the guys that chase you ladies around every day. Pookies and Ray Rays be the guys that impregnate you sisters every day. All you got to do is just look at your baby daddy. He's a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You complain about him all the time. But the quality man you can't seem to attract. You know why? Because he's busy. He's doing his business. He's on his purpose. And he's not chasing you around. So, hey, we're going to have a lot more videos where we talk about that, but I don't know who that's for. But a lot of you ladies, I asked you the question. Do you want a man to be monogamous just to you? You raise your hand very fast. And I'm here to tell you, no man will ever be monogamous to you. Never. That will never happen. Not in this lifetime. And the proof of that is the fact that every man you ever dated always had some other woman. And you know this. You know this already. So let's stop playing games. Men always will have another woman. Get in where you fit in and do your part and build. That insecure ways of yours, the jealousy, the competitiveness, you got to end all of that. And again, you could say, okay, whatever you say. I'll say this to you again. Show me your husband. Show me that man that settled down. Show me him. Where he at? Let me see. Gabriel said polygamy is a sin. Do we got to go through this again? Polygamy is a sin? Really? The 12 tribes of Israel was born from polygyny. What are you talking about? You're not making no sense. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out, brothers. Check this out. Check this out. She just said that polygamy is a sin. Okay, ladies, how many men have you ever slept with in your lifetime? Do you see that, brothers? Do you see that, brothers? She just said that polygamy is a sin. I'm asking the question. How many men have you slept with in your lifetime? Crickets. That's all I get. And see, brothers, this is why I tell you, focus on your health, focus on your money, and leave them alone. Do you see why? See, I don't waste my time. I don't approach women. I don't waste my time chasing women. I just do what I do. If a woman is feeling your boy, she holla back, introduces herself, talks, and show her quality and her worth. But when you deal with women like that, pure problems. Any woman that's going around saying polygamy is a sin, she's going to be single for life. No man, nothing. And it's sad because I'm literally teaching and letting these women know the real deal, but they don't want to hear the truth. And this is why they have these problems. They don't want to hear the reality. They're going around saying that polygyny is a sin, but yet they have multiple men that they slept with. But that's not a sin. That's perfectly normal. Right? So let me get this straight. Polygyny is a sin, right? Polygyny is a sin. Okay, let me ask you a question, ladies. Check this out. How many of you ladies have kids by more than one man? If you do, then that would make you in sin by default. If you believe that polygamy is a sin, then as a woman, if you have more than one child by different men, that would make you in sin. So make up your mind. Again, ladies, you do not want to challenge me on any sort of debate when it comes to the Bible. All of those topics I've already covered on my platform. I have multiple videos on the subject of polygyny. You can go and look them up and view them. There is no such thing as polygyny in the Bible being a sin. That is a lie. Normally, you will have women that will say that because they refuse to submit to the man. And this is why, brothers, I keep telling you guys, you got to listen to me. I know we're talking about the situation with Stefan. I'm at the end of the show pretty much. I'm about damn near 2 minutes ending before I end the show in terms of the material that I'm reading on the screen. But the point is, we took this rabbit trail and we got to go with it. We got to deal with these particular issues. When it comes to this topic, right? I've covered this thing 1,000 times concerning relationships. These are the things that I specialize in. I talk about these topics all the time. And I try to teach women the real so that they can understand what's going on. You understand? Let me see. Somebody said, there with Israel united in Christ. Well, I don't rock with those guys. They teach monogamy. They teach monogamy. They don't teach the Bible. I don't rock with them. I'm just being honest. You know, I don't rock with brothers that teach lies. You know, and they do that because they're a 501c3 church. So they're affiliated with the government. You understand? Again, we got to deal with the real issues. We're adults. We're supposed to take heed to what's going on. And a lot of people are in bondage to religion, and this is why our people are destroyed. As a woman, you're supposed to understand the scriptures and recognize that your job is to be a helpmate, not one trying to control a man. A man has a nutsack with 1 billion sperm cells. He's supposed to be fruitful and multiply. That's what the Bible says. A man is supposed to be fruitful and multiply, not just with you. You understand? Somebody said you're telling men worry about their health and money. What about advice you have for women? Women don't want advice. Women don't want advice. Can't you see I'm telling them and they don't want to hear? What do you mean, women? What about advice for women? I just finished telling them. They reject everything I just finished saying. This is why they don't got a man. Can't you see that? Imagine I'm teaching real talk and they know that I'm teaching real talk and they reject everything. So what more advice could you give them? They're not listening to nothing. You understand? Why are you worrying about how many wives do I have? Are you planning to be one? You know, these type of questions are irrelevant. I'm teaching on the subject. You're worried about how many wives do you have? Are you prepared to be one? Is that what you're trying to say? It's not making any sense here. Should I tell you how many women give me head at the same time? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense what you're talking about here. I am literally teaching real talk, and people don't want to listen. This is crazy. Brothers, are y'all paying attention to what you got to deal with? This is why you guys are having problems right now. Y'all can't see this? This is why we have problems right now. You know? I don't follow no Israel United in Christ church. I don't follow none of that mess. Those guys listen. They don't teach the full Bible. And when a congregation of people is teaching men that they're supposed to be monogamous, you're dealing with false teachers. I'm just being honest with you. Respectfully. The patriarchs had multiple wives. The 12 tribes of Israel was birthed through polygyny. And that's the way it always been. And I've already covered all of these topics. And sadly, because of religion, there is a great divide amongst the people. You know, that's just the way it is. There's a great divide amongst the people because they refuse to take heed to the information. And this is why one of the people in the chat was asking about what advice do you have for women? Women don't want truth. This is why they can't find a quality man. How can you want truth, but you don't want the man that has the truth? When you try to teach a woman truth, she rejects it every single time. You know? And see, religion is the problem, not the Bible. When I say religion and how that divides, we're not talking about the Bible. The Bible is the Bible. The Bible has the truth. People that are religious are the ones that divide. I'm tired of those dumb comments about AIDS is real. No, what's real is we have women out here sleeping around having babies by multiple men. That's real. What's real is we have a lot of single mothers that are out here that are giving men their womb, but they are not wives. That's real. See, again, when a man begin to talk about the real talk, nobody want to talk about it now. Anytime you talk about polygyny, somebody will come up and say AIDS is real. But the very same women that'll promote that and say that be the very ones that be either single mothers or they sleep around with multiple guys. But AIDS is not real when they do that. Come on. Let's be real. And to all the ladies in the chat, do not tell me don't do this and don't do that. I am a grown man. I am not a woman. Do you understand me? I don't have no time to sugarcoat nothing. And see, ladies, if you would learn to pay attention when a man speaks and humble yourself, you'll learn something. And I find that a lot of our women, they don't learn and they don't want to listen. This is why Stefan have himself a Caucasian woman. My goodness, can't you sisters see why? This is sad. This is sad, bro. This is sad. This is why this brother got with this particular woman here. Because I'm pretty sure that Stefan tried to get with a sister and he had to deal with the same nonsense I'm dealing with right now. Imagine, I don't even know none of these women. All I'm trying to do is just talk. And they just keep yipping, yapping, going back and forth, saying a bunch of crazy stuff. And I'm like, wow, so this is how you are with a black man. I could just imagine how it would be if you're in a relationship with one of these women. You'll be frustrated, ready to leave. And this is why. This is why we have these problems. So if a woman really want to learn truth on how to have a quality relationship, find a quality, decent brother, y'all gonna have to learn how to pay attention in class. Seriously. I talk about polygyny, women will start posting comments about AIDS is real, but yet they be sleeping around. So let me get this straight. Everybody's virgins, right? Let me ask the question. How many women in the chat, how many women in the clouds, how many of you are virgins? How many? How many virgins do we have in the building? None. That's my point. So please don't talk about AIDS. Please don't talk about this. Please don't talk about none of those things when you know good and well that you out there doing the do. So please stop. You're trying your best to control a man's manhood, and you don't understand that men were never designed to be monogamous. This is why every single guy you date, you always say he's cheating on you. If I were to ask the average woman, in every relationship you've been in, was the guy faithful to only you? You will say, no, he cheated on me. No, he never cheated on you. You cheated on him. You tried to make him turn into a woman. He's a man. Do you understand me? So if every man you dated always cheated on you, what does that tell you about men? Men are not monogamous. So who taught you that lie? See, as a woman, you're supposed to get with a man and fit in. Get in, do your part so that that man can value you. See, real men of character, righteous men, are not out there smashing and dashing women. We're not out there sleeping around with every damn woman we see. So when I talk about polygyny, I am not talking about men that just go out there sleeping around and just doing whatever. You got to respect yourself as a man too. But a man can have more than one woman if he want one. That's the whole point. So even if a man is with you right now and only you, he can still get with another woman if he chooses to. That's my point. And the reason why you must understand that, ladies, is so that you don't be envious and jealous and walking around with this concern about some other woman. Because if the truth really mattered to you, you would understand that the only reason why you're with this guy is because he's attracting women. No woman get with a man if a man don't attract women. No woman get with a man that other women don't want. That doesn't even make no sense. Women are attracted to men that other women want. Bottom line. Who cares if you don't want to be with him? You will never have a man anyway. I'm telling you straight up. You said he can, but I'm not going to be with him. You don't got one. You don't got one right now. So who cares? And see, somebody in the chat earlier said, do you got any advice for women? I'm telling them the advice right now. Your mindset keeps you single. Your mindset keep men away from you. And this is why I teach these brothers, focus on their health, focus on their money, leave these women alone. This is why your boy Stefan went and got himself a snow bunny. This is why you got brothers flying overseas. This is why you got brothers saying, look, I'm done. This is why you got brothers saying, I'm going my own way. This is why. They're looking at this. Imagine what's going on in the chat right now that I'm dealing with. You had about a good 300 people. They done left the show already because they don't want to hear the truth. It doesn't matter. I'm going to focus on what I want to focus on. I'm not just going to sit here speaking to entertain you. We went on a rabbit trail and I'm going down that trail. You understand? We're going to deal with these issues right now. No sugarcoating, no playing, no games. Any woman that is looking for a man to be monogamous, you're never going to have a man in your life. And you will only get used sexually. That's a guarantee. You will get pumped and dumped by different men. And you know that already. Ladies, please be honest with yourself. Please be honest with yourself. Let's stop playing. You're an adult, right? Are you adults? Do we have adult women in the building? Do we have adults in the building? Are you women currently having sexual relations with a man? If you are, you're a hypocrite. Because if you're not his wife, why are you having sex with him? Do you see how easy that was? But you know what, guys? They'll say, well, I'm in a relationship, so I must still have sex, but you're not his wife. So what are you doing? You're not his wife, but you're expecting him to be faithful to you. That's crazy. You're not even his wife. You're just messing with him and you're giving him your body. So he can go and get himself some other woman. He's not married to you, right? But you think you own him. This is why you ladies are single. Y'all can't see that? Just by the pure fact that I got to deal with this nonsense right now, just shows you that I wouldn't even be with any one of you. None of you. Because I'm not dealing with none of that headache. I don't got time for that. I'm about business. I'm about respect. And if a woman don't respect me, there's no way she could even be near me. I don't got no time for that. And also, let me make this clear too. I'm not thirsty for no vagina. I'm not thirsty. I am not thirsty. No way. You can't use that on me. You could use that on Pookie and Ray Ray. They'll fall for that. I'm not. Because I understand that sexual relations with a woman can end up with her being pregnant. So choosing the right kind of woman is very important to a man. A man of good character, he's not just going to lay up with any woman because he knows there's a possibility she could get pregnant. But again, to all the women, let me know how it go and how it turn out for you in the next 5 years. I guarantee you, you will still be single in the next 5 years with the same attitude. You will be single. I'm letting you know. But what will happen, ladies, if I can give you your forecast for the future, listen to me carefully. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a 10-year forecast. You ready? 10-year forecast for all the ladies in the clouds and in the chat. Check this out. You won't become a wife. You will end up having children. You will be intimate with different men, and they will all leave you. And you'll be sitting there in your 40s and 50s, crying and complaining about how men ain't good. Not realizing that you chose all the wrong men, and you rejected all the good men. And you rejected God and the Bible. You rejected everything. And now you're in a mess. You know how many women I know destroyed their life? 3 kids by 3 different men. 4 kids by 4 different men. And then they'll tell me that polygyny is a sin. But they got 4 kids by 4 different men. And now they want a good man to be a stepdaddy to their kids. That's crazy. So hey, you don't have to listen to me. I'm trying to give you the truth. But you can go ahead and, hey, do what you got to do. Again, ladies, if you are a good woman, it should be very easy for you to secure a quality man, right? It should be very easy. So go out there and secure that quality man that's going to make you a wife and prove me wrong. I can guarantee you, I can place my bets right now that within the next 10 years, you're still single and will have kids out of wedlock. Guaranteed. And please be mindful, you're talking to a man of truth. Truth. Biblical truth. A man that is honorable, righteous, and I follow the Most High Yah. And I've been teaching for years. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a family man. I have the proof. I have the fruits. I have all the results you seek. I have them. I see some women saying that's not going to be me. Okay. You want a man that's going to be monogamous, right? Go ahead. I guarantee you. Keep up that monogamy spirit. You'll see. You'll be one of the ladies that'll hit me up in the DMs like, hey, yo, Ringo, man, you right. You right about that, man. I got 2 new kids out of wedlock. I don't know. I was wrong. I remember I was in your chat and I was disagreeing and now my life is ruined. And, you know, yeah, I know. I told you already. You ain't want to listen. Again, brothers, our women do not want to listen to truth. This is why we have so many problems today. Relationships is on a downfall. We don't have no true love in the black community. Real black men that are quality righteous men, our women do not want them. The only time they want them is when they're in their 40s and 50s. That's when they want a good man. That's the only time. When they hit 40 years old, 45, that is typical the age when a woman says, okay, I want to settle down now. But by then she have kids from 2 other guys or 3 other guys. and she want you to be the stepdaddy. These are the problems that we face in the black community. And when I address them, women keep getting in their feelings. And I'm like, look, do you want me to help you, or do you just want to be in your feelings? Because I'm trying to help you and you don't want the help. So why are you getting mad at a brother if he chooses to go get a woman from the other nations? I mean, she's willing to work with him. You're not. Seriously. You know, and that goes for any woman of any nationality. If a woman is anti-polygyny, brothers, don't even waste your time with her. Brothers, listen to me very carefully. If a woman is anti-polygyny, don't even waste your time with her. Don't even waste your time. Do you understand, brother? Brothers, if a woman is anti-polygyny, I don't care if she says shalom 1,000 times. I don't care if she like you. If she's anti-polygyny, leave her alone. She is not following the Most High, and she's going to bring nothing but problems in your life. I'm trying to help you guys out. So we're going to talk about those things in another video. It is what it is. I'm going to kind of wrap this up and continue reading from where I left off, because we already lost about 400 people. It is what it is. I'm going to still do the job that the Most High want me to do. I'm not going to, continue on with the topic. I'm going to go down that rabbit trail because somebody needed to hear that. It could be a woman in the chat who is contemplating getting with a guy, or she's a little confused about something and she needed to hear what I had to say. Regardless if it's the harsh truth, she needed to hear what I had to say, because I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to teach you. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for my people, and I love black women, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm not going to be here to play any games with you. You know what I mean? This is why we have so much problems in our community. Now, moving back on to the topic, it talks about how the suicide has cast a dark cloud over the bright future of daughter Wesley. See, now, again, they're painting this as a suicide. They're painting this whole entire story as a suicide, and they're saying that the daughter, Wesley, it painted a dark cloud over her. I don't like the fact that they're pushing this as a suicide. They should be trying to figure out, was there foul play involved? And why is they rushing so fast? I mean, this just happened. So it's like, man, so hold up. They had an autopsy already. They had a medical examiner, all that stuff already done. All the results is in that fast. And we're going to have more videos on the topics we just finished discussing. We're going to have a full family talk about these things. But I want to finish up the stream, wrap this thing up. I'm hungry. I got to get me something to eat. Right? So now it says, the suicide has cast a dark cloud over the bright future of daughter Wesley, who is set to study at Notre Dame University with the class of 2026, according to a sign on the family's front lawn. She also plays for her school soccer team, models sportwear, and is a young influencer for brands including Dick's Sporting Goods, manages by her parents. The couple appeared happy and planning for their future while appearing on the show in November, celebrating their 9th wedding anniversary 3 days before his death. See, this is what I told y'all in my last stream. I talked about how they celebrated their anniversary. So why would a man celebrate his anniversary and then go delete himself? Doesn't make any sense. Boss and his wife posted a heartfelt video of them dancing online to mark the occasion. He worked on Ellen's show from 2014 until it ended in 2022 and was made an executive producer in 2020. Why would a man throw away his life over that? It doesn't make any sense. Right? So right here, you see family members go into the house. It says, boss's brother came to the family home with flowers for his sibling's wife after hearing the news of the death. So his brother came through with flowers to help the family. This is an aerial view of the house. I blurred it out, so the location is pretty not found, but pretty much anybody can find the location. It says family members consoled each other as they arrived at the luxury property, which is just a 15-minute walk from where boss shot himself. So again, they're painting this thing as if though he shot himself. And I don't agree with that narrative. I think that we need to look deeper into what's going on. You know, it's just the whole situation doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. We're going to keep you posted on what's going on as new developments come out. You know, it is what it is. Let me see if we finish it up. Let me see. We got about how many more seconds? Like 6 more seconds. Yeah, about 6 more. So that's about it. That's pretty much that. It's just going to go around and start over again. Boss left the house on foot before being found dead in a LA hotel after his wife raised the alarm. So his wife pretty much sounded the alarm, and it is what it is. So there you have it. Final thoughts. It's unfortunate what happened to him. RIP to the family, you know, his wife, kids. This appears to be a blood sacrifice. I'm gonna have to deal with that in other videos. Somebody wanted this man out of the way. He did this dance video with his wife 3 days ago. They celebrated their 9th anniversary. They have 3 kids, including the other elder daughter. Holiday season, it just doesn't add up. This guy did not delete himself. So hey fam, I gotta get me something to eat. As you can see, I put in a lot of work. 2 hours, 46 minutes nonstop talking. That it drains you out. A lot of truth I pour out. I'm dealing with multiple different personalities in the chat. I'm trying to teach women truth. We're gonna deal with that in other videos. Hopefully those women will get out of their feelings and return back to class so that they can learn some truth. Because again, I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to teach, right? So that being said, appreciate everybody that subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel today for the best content on YouTube. When it comes to reactionary videos, commentary, and criticism, we provide you nothing but the best. Nothing more, nothing less. Ringo TV Reactions. It is what it is, right? So, we're gonna get on out of here, do what we gotta do. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. So, let's see what we got. So I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. We're gonna be back with more content in the morning. I gotta take a break. I've been streaming all day. I gotta take a break, gotta relax, gotta get me something to eat, do what I gotta do. And that's about it. So, hey, much love to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mods holding down the chat room. You know, appreciate everybody that been rocking with the shows, rocking with the platform. Shout out to everybody that donate via Cash App, Super Chat, and so forth. I appreciate your support. Without you, I won't be able to do it. Ringo TV Reactions. Right. And we're going to be back on camera over the weekend. I'm going to get back on camera. So look out for that. All right. And make sure you hit the like button. Very important that you do that. Get the likes up. Ringo TV Reactions. Subscribe today for the best content on YouTube. Ringo TV Reactions. Subscribe today. Y'all take care. I'm out of here. Peace and blessings. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.